At its zenith in the 6th century BCE, the Neo-Babylonian Empire swallowed a massive footprint across the Middle East, governing millions. But holding that territory stretched their military to its limit. Sending troops thousands of miles to quell constant uprisings fractured supply lines. King Nebuchadnezzar II faced a mathematical and logistical wall. To survive, he needed to project absolute, unquestioned dominance without actually deploying his army. Governing millions of dissenters relies as much on psychological surrender as it does on military presence. His solution wasn't a larger standing army. Looking at these ruins today, it's hard to imagine their original impact. But this threshold was engineered to do the work of 100 battalions. The gate's massive physical scale and towering height functioned as an instrument of direct intimidation. Every foreign envoy, newly conquered subject, or rival king traveling to the capital approached the city after weeks of marching through the harsh Mesopotamian desert. The structure was systematically engineered to break their confidence and conquer their minds before they ever reached the throne room. Imagine seeing nothing but baked brown clay and swirling tan sand. Then, after a month of marching, rising out of the dust, you are confronted by a wall of blinding, unnatural blue. Detailed floral patterns on the surface reveal a sophisticated technological process. Creating these required rare minerals like cobalt and copper, fired in kilns capable of sustaining extreme temperatures to create a perfect glass glaze. Draping a massive city gate in lapis lazuli coloring sent a clear message. Babylon possessed limitless material wealth and the technical mastery to bend nature to its will. By monopolizing rare resources and pushing the limits of ancient engineering, the empire projected an image of untouchable supremacy. The intimidation extended beyond the color of the bricks. The walls themselves were guarded by a marching sequence of beasts. First are the prowling white lions. They represent Ishtar, the fearsome goddess of war and sexual love, signaling an aggressive, predatory power. Next are the muscular golden bulls, representing Adad, the storm god. They threaten visitors with the unpredictable devastation of nature. Finally, there is the Sarush, a scaly dragon with eagle talons and a serpent's head. This is the avatar of Marduk, the supreme patron deity of Babylon and ultimate cosmic authority. To an envoy, these figures were the physical manifestations of the gods, standing guard over the threshold of the capital. Defying Babylon meant declaring war on the heavens. The approach to the gate was just as calculated as its surface. Zooming out to the macro layout of the city walls, we see the start of the processional way. Delegations were forced down this long, straight corridor, flanked by high, inescapable walls. The narrow width physically stripped envoys of their large entourages, forcing them into a single, tightly controlled line. Trapped in this architectural trench, visitors were deeply vulnerable, constantly watched by the roaring lions marching above them. Controlling this space was the king himself. Millions of these bricks bear repetitive cuneiform characters, a physical stamp proving Nebuchadnezzar's absolute ownership over the structure and its divine protectors. This architectural funnel systematically stripped away a visitor's ego. By the time an envoy finally reached the end of the path, they arrived at the throne room already submissive.